the Epsilon breach. You may have heard about it. It was a massive breach of email addresses. Not credit card numbers, not social security numbers, email addresses. The laws in play would not have required that breach to be disclosed or notified to the data subjects, but yet Epsilon, along with many of its customers, notified their customers anyway. And in part, that's because of the history that we've seen to date of everybody having a data breach, doing this analysis internally, saying, do I have to notify or do I not have to notify? But when a breach gets this big and there's a risk that if you don't notify, someone's going to find out anyway and you look really bad, companies are beginning to notify even if they don't have to legally. States, as Lisa said, have a lot of laws in this area of data security requiring all kinds of things. Shredding, wiping electronic media clean, having data security policies in place, not using social security numbers transmitting them over the internet. When it comes to enforcement, we see some enforcement, especially when it comes to a few things. For example, dumpster diving. State AGs, and Chris may be able to give some color on this, love to look for companies that have disposed of printed sensitive information in the dumpster in the back of their parking lot. And we see a lot of cases like that taken by AGs in all different states. And then, as you mentioned, Kurt, Massachusetts recently enforced against a company. And it's interesting to say, they didn't actually enforce their new data security regulations because those regulations were not yet effective at the time that this data security breach happened. But nonetheless, the Massachusetts AG did take those regs into consideration when they imposed these fines on this company. The company in question, they failed in a few ways. Frankly, they failed in ways that are kind of like common things that companies should know better. For example, using the same passwords for more than one user, using passwords that aren't sound passwords or passwords that are easy to figure out. But in the end, this company did suffer fines. I believe it was maybe 100K or something, I don't recall the exact figure, by the Massachusetts regulators in response to a data breach that they suffered.